Welcome to the Black Mother Wound Podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer Arnise. Welcome back, y'all. If you're on YouTube, then you notice that we are not in our regular location because I have so much to do. And I was like, you know what? I got so many clothes to fold. Let me do an episode while I'm folding clothes, because sometimes you got to multitask. And I have story time for y'all today. This is a different kind of episode. Still good now. Y'all know I'm going to bring the word. I'm just going to be bringing the word while I'm folding clothes, including 4,000 towels that need to be put up. And there's a special reason why I have so many towels that need to be put up. So what's been going on? I hope this is, I don't know if you're going to get this on Tuesday. Again, I'm behind. So y'all might get this episode on Wednesday. But either way, I love y'all. I know y'all love me and you understand. But so let me just hop on into story time with what is going on in my life right now. And I can't even say it's really bad. Seemed bad at the beginning, and it was all my fault. Let me start with that. It was my fault. So y'all know that I bought a house here in Rock Hill about, it's almost a year now. And if you've been, when I was doing vlogs, I was trying to do vlogs. Y'all know I was also, I'm going room by room, renovating my house. My house is like 20 years old and I'm updating it, right? And this is what I've been dreaming of being able to do, to really make a space my own. Well, I chose to start with my primary bathroom. Well, I worked on my backyard over the summer, but as far as inside the house, I decided to work on my bathroom. And let me just jump in and tell y'all what happened Sunday. Today's Tuesday. It's Tuesday afternoon. This just happened on Sunday, like 2 days ago. I had a leak in my bathroom. Let me take that back. I didn't have a leak because that make it look like something was wrong with the pipe. I decided that I was going to demo the vanity in my master bathroom. And I'm going to show y'all when I finish this story. Stay put. If you're watching, and if you're listening, go to YouTube so you can watch and you can see what I'm about to show you when I get finished telling the story. I'm gonna show y'all my bathroom because we're gonna go through this together. I feel very vulnerable, but this is what we're gonna do because all of this is a part of the process. So I decided that I was gonna install the vanity myself because I'm a DIYer and I watch YouTube. That's right. I watch YouTube and YouTube will tell you how to do it with no problem. So I spent about a week watching YouTube videos. I was like, I'm ready. I can do it. I can redo my bathroom by my goddamn self. I went to Home Depot. I bought everything they said I needed. I bought a new vanity. I drove an hour. Y'all know I'm Facebook Marketplace gang, right? I found a brand new vanity from Facebook Marketplace, which was perfect. It was originally $1,300. I paid $400 for it. New in the box. Never been taken out of the box. Phenomenal. I'm going to show it to y'all because it's giving high-end luxury spa hotel. Chef's kiss. So a part of, before I could take my vanity out, put the new one in, if you don't know, first you got to get rid of you got to switch over the plumbing. And me moving too fast, guess what I did? I cut the pipe under the under the bathroom sink without turning the water off, the main breaker off. So as soon as I cut it, guess what happened? Water went everywhere. My hands are the water. Every motherfucking where. Mind you, it's Sunday morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. And I got my goddamn moo-moo on. No bra. I just got up and was like, let's get to work. Like I'm Bob the Builder. Water goes everywhere. When I tell you everywhere, all over my bathroom, it becomes a puddle, a river, spouting to the fucking ceiling. I go into a panic. I can't even, it's so funny because I'm so calm right now, but when the shit happened, I lost my mind. I thought I was calm under pressure, but I was not calm under pressure. But I was calm enough to where I realized I needed to figure out how to get the water cut off, and I didn't know how. I did not know how to cut the main water off. I didn't even know where it was. I hadn't even investigated that. Yes. So guess what I end up doing? I end up going to my neighbor. I went to two neighbors. This is where the message comes in. This is where the story starts. Because what I want to talk to y'all about is the ways that we were brought up with our emotionally unavailable mothers, that it really created an environment of isolation for us, and also created a belief that we were by ourselves, that nobody was going to be there for us, and we got to do everything by ourselves. But what happens when you cannot do it by yourself and you have to get help? I have been talking to y'all forever about building community and learning how to ask for help, and retraining your brain from the process of just because your mother didn't do it doesn't mean somebody else won't, right? And like this lie that we've come to believe that we don't have anybody. Like if she wasn't there for us, nobody is going to be there for us, which is not true. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it's always easy, because even as I was running around my cul-de-sac at 9 o'clock in the morning with a fucking moo-moo on, soaking freaking wet, I had to push all of that to the side and say, Jennifer, you deserve to be helped. Even if what you did was dumb, because it was, if it was stupid, and that you could have made a mess way worse, you still deserve help. And I need to tell y'all something. I got help on such an exponential level. I had to hold myself together. So, first house I went to, I did not know these neighbors. Okay, I've only been here a year, and I know my neighbors who live directly next to me and like to the left of me, but to the right, I don't know them. And I feel so bad because I'm like, why don't you know them? Those are your neighbors. But there was always this thing in my mind, like, well, if they want to talk to me, they will talk to me. I ain't talking to them. I don't know who they are. Which is real dumb, right? It's real dumb. Went to the neighbor's house. The wife was home, but the husband wasn't home. And I told her what happened. She said, oh, let me call my husband. He's around the corner. She said he knows how to do all that stuff. He loves working on projects. He'll be over as soon as he gets home. I'm thinking to myself, well, I got a goddamn tsunami brewing in my bathroom and I need help now. So I told her, thank you. I went across the street to the neighbor who I do know, and told him what happened. He came over, he turned the water off in 30 seconds. It's just a little lever in my garage that I park next to every day. I've seen it, but I just never knew what it was. Never asked what it was, never looked at it, nothing. I know, I got to do better. He turned the water off. So the water probably been running almost 10 minutes. Don't seem like a long time, right? But guess what? By the time I got back inside my house, Vincent was at the door and he said, don't look. I was like, what you talking about? What? Don't look at what? Water was coming through the vents in my dining room. Water was coming through the dining room light fixture. Raining, not trickle, not trickling, boo. Raining, pouring, soaking everything in my freaking dining room, because the water in just that short amount of time had filled up and soaked everything and run downstairs. I bust out crying. When I tell you I bust out fucking crying, I became a blubbering idiot. I thought somebody had died because I could not believe I had done something so stupid and had caused this damage when all I had to do was turn the water off. Like it was so unavoidable. This the other point I want to say is I was raised in a way like you can't make no mistakes. You can't make a little mistake. So when you make a big mistake, you deserve to be punished. That's what I was taught. I was taught you born to, you gonna be punished no matter what, big or little, because, that's just the way it is. And I'm gonna tell you, if I had not been doing my healing work, I don't know what I would have done because I felt like shit. But at the same time, I didn't believe that I deserved to be punished. So this whole Sunday was so crazy because it's like, even though I did some wild shit, I saw how much I had grown because it never dawned on me. I did feel stupid. I did. I broke down. I was like, how could I be so fucking stupid? And I know, well, I'm not gonna use the word stupid now, but I know that, I can be a little airheady. I'm very smart, but I'm blonde too. You know what I'm saying? But so we got that out the way. The water is off and water is running everywhere. Me and Vincent, we're getting towels, which is why I'm folding towels now. And we start cleaning up. By the time I come back, he's already got buckets and bowls and all types of stuff catching water. I just need y'all to understand how amazing my son is. Okay. Vincent is the MVP. Okay. Period. He never faltered. He never spazzed out. He wasn't like, in his room, like it's not my problem. He was on it. Okay. That boy was on it. So about 5 minutes later, guess who comes to the door? My other neighbor, the one who I don't even know. He came and he was like, what's going on? His name, come to find out his name is David, which is my younger brother's name. Told him what happened. He came in, he took a survey of the situation. He was calm. He didn't have not one, it wasn't anything. He was like, oh, okay. He said, I'll be right back. I'm thinking, where the hell is he going? He comes back with 2 fans and 2 wet dry vacs. Did I tell you I don't know this man from anybody? I don't know him. His wife called him. He said, is everything okay? He said, my wife told me to hurry up. He said, I was running red lights to get here. He said, I thought something had happened. And to him, it was a big deal, but it wasn't the big deal I was having because I was in the middle of sobbing, just fucking sobbing. Not only did this man bring the wet dry vacuum cleaners, 2 of them, 2 fans. Guess what else he did? I almost don't want to say it because I'm like, is it true? Did he do that for real? Remember how this all started was I wanted to redo my vanity, right? This is Sunday. By now, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. This man said, let me see, because we had turned the water off, but we hadn't fixed the problem, which I knew what needed to happen. I just didn't know how to do it. I even had the parts for it. He said, well, take me upstairs. Let me see so you can cap off the water line. Come upstairs. He caps off the water line. So now we can turn the water back on and it's contained. I tell him what my plan was, everything I was doing. I show him the vanity. The new vanity which is huge, was up in my bedroom right here. It was taking up all this space right here. Showed him that. Why did that man spend his Sunday helping me demo the old vanity and installing the new vanity? Why was he at my house back and forth until 6 o'clock that night? I want to cry right now because I'm telling y'all this story because I really, really, really need y'all to understand that you have to build community, that you have to put yourself out there, that you have to give yourself the opportunity to be helped, because I was fucked. Okay? I didn't have no water in there. I had already disconnected it from the sink. I had a brand new vanity right here, and I was obviously over my head. There, within 30 minutes of him starting to help me, I realized there was never ever going to be a way that whatever I saw on YouTube was going to help me change my vanity out. Nothing. Because my vanity was built into the house when it was built. It wasn't something you could just pull out, which is everything that I saw. It had to be demolished piece by piece and pulled out. I didn't have the tools for that. I didn't have tools for half the shit that we did that day. I cannot begin to explain the range of emotions I felt between like such gratitude and appreciation and the old feeling of, this is too easy. I don't deserve this. I should have to kind of, pay a penance because I'm the one who got this started, and here you are pulling somebody in, and you should be able to do this by yourself. So many old messages, but there has been enough practice and reprogramming on the other side where I know I deserve to be supported, where I know I'm worthy of community, where I know I deserve every good thing. And even as I'm saying I deserve every good thing, I could hear like an old voice of my mother, like almost like, oh, you think you're bragging. Because it's like being raised to think that things can't be easy for you. Like things should, for some reason, for me, things should be hard, because that's the only way I can appreciate something is if it's hard, which is so freaking crazy. And I'm just sharing this with y'all because I know it's very easy to build a life around your own capacity, right? You want more, but you have built your life around your own capacity because you are afraid to build community for fear of abandonment and rejection. And you feel a lack of worthiness because someone is doing something for you that you can't do for yourself. And then it creates a feeling of debt that you can't pay. And then you have this guilt and all this shit goes on. So you just don't even do it. And you just live below your full potential because you would rather not risk being hurt by people. And I'm just telling y'all, if you don't ask a motherfucker for help, let me tell you something. This is really what I want to say too, because you never know how it's going to work out. The whole time David was helping me install this vanity, right? And nothing went according to plan. There were so many nuanced things that had to happen to get it installed that I never would have known, would have been able to figure out, measure, cut, nothing, and had no tools for any of this. Okay, let me just go back to that. But if I would not have made that mistake and cut the water line, I wouldn't have gotten the help to install the vanity. And I know it's crazy. And the pain in the ass that the water has caused in my life, because now I got to paint my ceiling in my dining room and my living room. I was already about to get my carpets cleaned downstairs, so that's going to happen anyway. But aside from that, the project of redoing my vanity probably would have cost me, the demo and the install, probably close to $1,000. It would have, not including the vanity, just the labor, because we had to demo the old vanity out like we was on an old HGTV show. But if I wouldn't have cut the water, I wouldn't have had to go see him, and I wouldn't have gotten the blessing of him installing it and showing me how to do it. My whole dream has been in my mind. This was crazy, y'all. My whole dream in my mind has been, I just need to find a handyman, somebody who can do the work, and then I can do the work with him and I can learn from him. And so therefore I have the information to move forward with. That's exactly what I got. I got somebody that came in. Really, I was an assistant. It wasn't even a we thing. I did very little. Okay. I was barely an assistant, but I was able to learn and watch him so I can do my half bathroom downstairs. So it's like, I used to say this a lot, and I probably haven't said it in a while, but like, all is not lost. We have this feeling like that we can get out of, and when I say God, I'm not talking about a Christian God. I'm talking about all that is. I'm talking about all that is. And you can, if that's Christian God for you, then great. But that somehow, based off of how we were raised, based off of what we were shown we were worth, based off of what we were shown about being loved, that we can fall outside of God's grace. And that we then are alone, essentially. And we have to fend for ourselves, and that we don't deserve to have someone be there for us because we got ourselves in that situation. And I just need you to understand that it's not true. It's very, very important that you understand that that is not true. Because you're going to have so many situations and circumstances in your life where you fall back on old programming that tells you that you deserve whatever bad thing happens to you, when you got to suck it up, buttercup, and you got to deal with it alone. And when you make that decision, you change the trajectory of your life. And you decide that there's not another option. And there is another option. And that option is to ask for fucking help. It seems so simple, but I know how hard it is. And I know how I have found myself in some quandaries like a motherfucker because I decided I wasn't going to ask for any help and I was going to deal with it by myself. The years, the decades I have wasted in situations and spaces and mindsets because I thought me being a good person meant punishing myself. That makes me a good person. That's how I learned my lesson. I won't do that again. This harsh punishment, that's what not asking for help is. It is a form of punishing yourself. And I know I get so many messages when people say, well, it's not safe to ask nobody. So many people have done me wrong that it's just better if I'm by myself. I always hear that. You are picking people, even though they're people that you can't trust or count on, they're still the people you're used to because they remind you of your mother in some way, consciously or subconsciously. And we believe that all people are like that, and we don't know how to pick good people. We don't know who the people are that can help us. And when someone can't be there for us or meet our need, we take it personally. We say, oh, it's got to be something they did or it's me. And we get in this whole emotional roller coaster that really is some shit made up in our minds. It's not real. And I know my ask probably was bigger. And I was able to ask it because I've been practicing asking. I've been practicing asking for like the last 4 years. Like, this is what I tell my students. Go into a store, even if you know where it is, and ask someone, will you please show me where X is? Will you show me where the ketchup is? Will you show me where the mirrors are? Will you show me where this is? You have to begin to train your mind that you deserve to be supported and that people are there to support you. And I say go to a store because those people are there. They're paid to help you. And they might not even be good at it, but press their ass. Because at the end of the day, somebody is going to show you. And you have to become relentless in getting the help that you need and that you want in order to be able to realize your potential, to really have the life that you want, because you cannot do it by yourself. Whatever you can do by yourself, however much you can do by yourself, with community, with people, you can do so much more. And it's easier on you. This man basically installed the Vanity. He would not take any money from me. He told me whatever else you need, he will come back and help. He said he would teach me how to install light fixtures because I'm redoing the whole bathroom. So he was like, oh yeah, when you get your light fixture, just let me know and you're going to paint. I got rollers. I got this. He was like, I love doing these kind of projects. He was like, come over to my house. And he showed me his house. Him and his wife had redone their whole house. So it was like, I done made a buddy. The crazy part is the man is moving in 2 months because he's building a custom home up on the other side of town. And I was like, you had a potential friend, right? And I've seen him out. I've seen him outside. I didn't speak. Not because I was trying to be mean, but there's like this space where it's like, I don't want to bother people. It's like, I still feel like a bother. And they might not like me, for whatever, like the things I can think about myself in relationship to other people is so fucking crazy. But I know I'm not the only one. That's why I'm having this conversation with y'all, because it's so important that you hear what I'm saying. Somebody is going through something right now by themselves, and you don't have to. Whether it's your family, a lot of times it's not. We think if family not going to do it, nobody's not going to do it. If it's not a family, I guess what I'm falling over my words because I want you to understand it is your job to find help. Whether they be people you know or people you don't fucking know. Whether you got to pay for it or it's free. Whether you got to go through the yellow pages, i.e. Google, to call resources all day, every day, whatever it is. And I'm telling you, every time that I have submitted to, I cannot do this by myself, let me ask another, I have been blessed so exponentially. More than I could ever imagine has come out of it. And never have I ever been made to feel less than. Never have I ever been made to feel like, well, why you got nobody to help you? Well, why are you doing that? Well, how'd you get in this situation? Well, never. And I realized like all of that I'm thinking, that's some shit from my motherfucking mama. She ingrained that in me, but it is not the truth. And I don't have to accept it as the only option. And neither do you. You don't have to accept it. You do have to begin asking though. And I know that's the hardest part. I used to talk about this a lot and I used to get so much pushback because people would be like, well, I don't have nobody in this and where I live is small town. So many fucking excuses. And I'm saying start anywhere, somewhere, right? And you are going to get it wrong. And this isn't about trying to get over on people. That's not what I'm talking about. And that's not what I'm talking about. But I feel like I'm saying that because in my mind, I can still hear the old programming that's almost like, well, you can't be trusted. People this, people, all of this. You've got to stop listening to that and go on to the other side of the street and start creating new paradigms. That's what healing is. That is healing in action, because one day you need to use it and learn how to do it before you need it. Because what if I would have set up in this damn house? What would I have done? Like my house would have flooded. My ceiling would have caved in. Like you have to have the capacity. But I'm not saying wait till something like that is happening before you ask. But you got to be prepared, because part of me felt crazy as fuck going to somebody's house, soaking wet in a muumuu on a Sunday morning, knocking on their door hard as hell, asking for help from a situation that I created. I could feel shame trying to creep in. I could feel shame creeping in. But I was like, you can't listen to it. Like, period. You have to get the help, and you have to get it now. And it was such a great, I would say it's a great exercise. It was a great exercise, even though it was real, but it was really still, I look at everything like that as an exercise. And I just want you to understand you're not by yourself, and how fucking important it is to learn to ask for help, to build community. Because what I realized yesterday was like, Jennifer, whether you know it or not, because I live in a cul-de-sac, this is a community. This is not a community based off of relationship. This is a community based off of physical proximity to one another. And also, we're a community in all not liking the neighbor that lived next to me. We all agree on that. But we're not here. We're not here to talk about them today. But it was like, you have earned this community. Like, like these your people, just based off of proximity. And I've never had a bad experience with anybody except for that one neighbor. Everybody has been warm and everybody has been kind. And I'm really happy for myself that I feel deserving of that, because there was a lot of times where I did not feel deserving of the kindness, of the warmth, unwarranted warmth, kind of like, in my mind, I'd be like, well, as soon as they find out something about me, because of course there's got to be something about me to make someone not like me. Once they know that, then they won't feel the same way. Girl, there's so much shit I used to think about myself. Oh my God. Anywho, the towels is finished being folded. That is the story. Now, let me show y'all, because let me show y'all my vanity. Okay? If you listening and you not looking, go on and go to YouTube so you can come and you can see where we are right now. Okay? So just hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. So we're in my bathroom now. I don't know what the sound sounds like. I hope it's not an echo in here. So behind me is where we are now. I'm going to put a picture up so you can see what my bathroom was like before, what was there before in my van. Stop looking. Look at me. Don't try to look around me. What it was before. Okay. So let me show you what it looks like now. Ta-da! I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to move the camera closer, but this is my new vanity. Okay. Carrera marble top. This vanity was $400. $400. Original $1,300 off of Amazon. Okay. I took the mirror. Now I was able to take the mirror down by myself. I just bought a light fixture today. He told me he will install the light fixture for me and show me how to install light fixtures. I told you all about that. So my light fixture comes on Friday. So hopefully this weekend, this will get taken out. I ordered a new mirror. All of this whole room is going to get painted, but look at it. And that tape, those are just me tape I put on there so I can organize where all my stuff is going to go. Listen, let me show y'all some more. Hold on. So here she is. I mean, I feel like, I don't know if you can see how beautiful she is, but she really is. The sink, the gold fixtures, everything. And because I'm painting, I went and got paint samples yesterday. And I think I'm going to go with this one right here. What y'all think? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought about a neutral color, but I really don't want to go that neutral. I want to go bold. I like this one. Y'all let me know in the comments which one y'all like best. But I just want to talk about the goodness of the Lord, because you saw the before. The fact that I was scared to turn the fucking water on. We have water. We have freaking water. Okay? When I tell y'all, I am so freaking, I can't even be upset. Y'all, I can't even be upset about anything. Like, I think that's what's really like blowing my mind. It's like, even I was desperately disgusted when that water shot out, and I was sobbing, and I thought it was the end of the world, only to turn out to be a stroke of luck. I cannot make this shit up. And this is for everybody. This isn't something that just can only happen to me, but you gotta risk it. Even me saying I'm gonna redo my bathroom, I'm like, girl, what are you doing? And I think we talked about a couple of weeks ago about like releasing resistance and like how I want to do things, but I'm like, oh, but can I do it? And like, it's like, oh, there's a fear. I released the fucking resistance. That's how we got here. Cause I was like, I want to redo my bathroom, and I want to do it on a fucking budget, and I want it to look the way I want it to look. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it right now. Period. When I tell you Delulu, okay, all the way fucking Delulu. Be Delulu. Fuck it. What they be saying in the movies, throw caution to the wind. That's what they mean. And this is not I would say there are bigger examples that we can have in life of this, right? But I think this is an accurate one of not having it all figured out and doing it anyway. And in that, understanding that things might not go as planned, but there's somebody that can help you, but you have to ask. So that's all I have for y'all. I don't have anything else. Hopefully y'all get this episode today. If not, you'll get it on Wednesday. I love y'all dearly. Don't let nobody play in y'all face. We might be back to our normal setting next week. But what I'm thinking is I might use the podcast, the video version of the podcast, as a series to let y'all in on how the renovation of this bathroom is going. Since y'all have been here from the beginning, most of y'all have been here from the beginning anyway. And so that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, while I'm renovating, doing the podcast like this. And I don't know, I feel like it would be fun. I feel like it would kind of mix things up a little more. And it becomes, even though it's a podcast and we're talking about healing, it's also like a hybrid of like a lifestyle vlog at the same time. What do y'all think about that? Does that sound like, does that sound good? It sounds good to me, but let me know what y'all think in the comments. And I will see you next week. I love y'all. Bye. And don't let nobody play in your fucking face. Nobody.